YouTube, B Smokehouse back here with you, and today we got a special one. I've got two whole red snapper from my local store. They were already gutted. We're gonna jerk them, right? I think, it's really easy to mess up a nice fish. But when you're bringing all the different flavors, the different textures that come with jerk and a jerk marinade, think it's perfect for this type of application. So I've got one of the red snappers here and another red snapper here. Let's talk red snapper. Okay, a saltwater fish. If you don't know, if you never handled fish before, you wouldn't want to go putting fresh water on a saltwater fish. So I've got these sitting in the brine. That's going to help bring out some of that dirt, not dirt, I'm sorry, some of that blood. Their excess blood. Now, I've went ahead and took the liberty of cleaning these up. Let me get you guys spunt around here so I can show you what I've done. So, I went ahead and removed the fins, both top and end, the vent fin. I've taken all the, it's been descaled, made sure all the guts were removed. They were. Now, I've got this sitting in a solution of, 2% salt brine, right? What does that do? That's going to make sure that flesh, that meat is absolutely juicy and tender. And you don't want to overdo this. Now, these are going to sit in this brine for the next 15-20 minutes. I will take them out, dry them off, and we're going to get cracking, jerking these red snappers. Now, the bulk of this will be time spent in the marinade. I think it's about 2 o'clock here. I'm gonna let this set in this jerk marinade for a few hours before I get it out on my grill. I will be cutting some slits in the side of these. That's to help that marinade, that jerk marinade, get absolutely down to that bone. Stay tuned. I'll bring you guys back after I pull these out and dry them off. Some of the other accompaniments, we've got fresh orange juice. We've got some mango pulp. That's fresh mango pulp. We've got a ton of garlic, some jalapeno, some green, we've got some green bell pepper. We've got some scallion, some tomato, some onion, and some red bell pepper. Then, of course, the star of this show is going to be that Walker's Wood jerk season. Now, I got this stuff when we were down in, I believe, Tucson at one of the Asian stores. This stuff is really good. I've always seen people use this on the tubes, right? Never tried it myself. Absolutely delicious. As you can see, I've already used some. There was a video that I did not record, but stay tuned. We making some jerked red snapper. See you guys in a bit. All right, let's get this jerk marinade together. I'm going in with about 2 or 3 teaspoons of this jerk seasoning. 1 heaping, 2 heaping, and 3 heaping. So enough for that. Just remember, I've got a short time to kind of pump and infuse big flavors into this fish. I'm cooking this here shortly. All right, so we're gonna go in with just a little bit of our fresh orange juice. Actually, we'll put it all in there. Thins it out. We're also gonna go in with just a little bit of our pulped mango. Actually, we'll put it all in there. All right, now we're going to go in with a little bit of garlic. Garlic will make another appearance. All right, little soy sauce. Just remember, I don't have much salt going into this, short of that brine that I just did. So we're gonna get some salt in there, and I might go ahead and salt that fish down. The salt is gonna do a few things. It's gonna firm that fish up, get it ready for these direct temperatures from direct grilling it, because that's how we're gonna cook this. That was a bit of avocado oil, all right? Now we're gonna get a little bit of sweetness in here by way of A little bit of brown sugar. I'm not gonna go crazy with it, all right? Brown sugar will help bring a little sweetness as well as bring some color to the jerk marinade, especially when we get it over that fire. These I'm gonna saute over on a hot pan because this is gonna go inside of my fish, as well as it will have cooled. Now we're gonna give this a good mix so I can go ahead and get it onto this fish. See that? So it would have been enough just to use that Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. It's really delicious. I fancy using my own stuff and just to amp the flavors in this up a bit. You can throw some MSG in there. All right. Stay tuned. I'll bring you guys back when I'm getting this fish marinated. It's gonna set in the refrigerator uncovered. Well, actually, I might cover it because it is fish. I'm not getting a fishy smell. Fishy flavor, that's what you want. That's how you know your fish is good. Give me a few minutes. I'll get this fish over here so I can show you how I'm going to give this fish some love so it comes out tasting delicious. Stay tuned. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start getting some of this marinade in to the inside of that fish. I've went ahead and I cut some slits. That is to ensure that that marinade makes its way down to that meat. Should shorten up our time in the marination. All right, we're gonna get some of that in there. Now, I'm using my bare hands, guys. Bare hands are the best things in the kitchen. They are clean. I've been cleaning this fish for the past little bit. All right. All right, that should be enough in there. Get it all spread throughout. The gills and everything were removed from this particular fish. So now we're gonna get, I don't want to overdo it. This marinade is really powerful, right? So we're gonna spread this marinade all over the fish, making sure we get it. Now this fish does still have bones in it. So I've got little ones. I'll make sure that I piece and part this fish out before they get to it. All right, get it in there. That's gonna be about it. Might still hit it with a bit more salt, guys. The worst thing this can be is not have enough salt. It's a bit what I'm worried about. But I will make sure that it does without over salting it. So we're gonna massage this in. Again, this fish has been descaled. We're gonna get some of that marinade down in there with that good garlic. It was in that marinade. All right. This marinade is also gonna add some outstanding color to the overall finished product. Now, there's cheek meat up here. I like cheek meat, some of the best meat on the fish, and this is already smelling good. I went downstairs and I can smell this way down there. This marinade. All right. Other than that, that's gonna be about it. Now, what I might do is, as this cooks on my grill, I might come back and hit it with more marinade. Right. Whole point is you want to taste that jerk seasoning. Really important. I want to make sure that we get down into, again, that meat. It's the purpose of jerking it if you're not going to be able to taste that jerk seasoning. It's not hot. Now, had it just been adults eating this, I would have been a bit spicier with this marinade. All right. Other than that, then so you see I've left that chest cavity open. We're going to get some good veggies in there prior to putting this on the pit. Stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and season this other one up. Get these in the fridge covered. I'll probably use some saran wrap. And then I'll bring you guys back when I'm getting the fire started. You don't want to go too long with this. Again, previous videos I've talked about some of those enzymatic chemicals, enzymatic items that some of these fruits have that can absolutely wreak havoc on proteins. The key is to let it set and marinate protein, not just fish, right? Let it set and marinate for as long as possible without wreaking havoc on the flesh of that whatever protein you're cooking. So this is gonna sit here. I might come through and hit it with some salt. And then this is going to my fridge for the next 2-3 hours. Then we're gonna get it directly over some coals. Stay tuned. All right, here's what we're looking like. Here are the 2 red snappers. You can see I've put 2 orange slices in there with some scallions and some thyme. Again, oranges, scallion, and some thyme. They're gonna sit here. I'm not looking for these to come in room temperature, but I don't need them to be ice cold. I'm gonna get a fire started, and we're gonna get these bad boys to cooking. I think, at least from the smells now, these are gonna be quite delicious. Stay tuned. All right, here we are. Here are 2 red snappers on the grill. We're using the bottom grate, no top grate. Currently, I'm running a bit of lump charcoal with some regular charcoal. We're gonna let it run. I've got a neat trick to show you guys. Typically, anything jerk is done with pimento wood. I don't have pimento wood. However, you know, allspice berries come from the pimento tree. We're gonna be getting some of those down on these hot coals to kind of simulate some of that pimento wood smoke. Stay tuned. All right, we're out here on the Weber Smokey Mountain. There's the fish, jerk fish, and there's my coal bed. I've got some allspice berries. If you did know, this is the berry produced from the pimento wood tree. One of the quick ways you can simulate, you know, not having pimento wood is get a few of these berries on this fire and let them smoke, right? Nothing beats actually having pimento wood. However, this is a close second. All right, I'll bring you guys back when we got some action going on. We back with the finished product. Now, here is the jerked red snapper. I've got the other one still on the grill. It's got a few more minutes before I pull it off. I like the color that we were able to attain. Color is flavor. Let's recap what we did to get to this point. I had 2 large red snappers. I took them, I got the scales off of them because there was still a few scales left. I took all the fins off. Made sure I cleaned the inside using you know, lime, lemon, vinegar. Gave it a good scrub. Then I made up a jerk seasoning using that Walker's Wood jerk seasoning. Really good. I wish you could smell this. Outside of my house next to the smoker smells awesome. Alright, after that I let this red snapper sit in some briny water. Again, we need to make sure that freshwater fish, if you're going to clean them, you need to be using fresh water. If we have a fish that lives in briny water, guess what you use to brine them with? Water and salt, right? If you don't, you'll find out that you'll mess up the texture of that beautiful flesh. After that, it's set in that briny mixture for about 15 to 20 minutes. Took it out, gave them a good dry, and then I start hitting these with that jerk slather. They then sit covered in my fridge for the next, I believe it was about 45 minutes to an hour. I started a fire using the Weber Smokey Mountain. Using direct heat, I did not use the water pan. All right, so the first 20 minutes of this cook, we did not really use any wood besides pieces of wood that was left from leftover charcoal. However, I did use pimento berries. I put them over the hot spot of the fire. What that does is simulate having actual pimento wood. The allspice berries is the product of the pimento tree. Wish you could smell that soon as these allspice berries start hitting that fire. Very distinctive smell and flavor. I'm smelling it right now. It's really good. Put out a really light smoke. These stayed on my Weber Smokey Mountain for right at an hour. All right, and here's the finished product. Let me give me a spoon to show you that this meat is still tender. After all, it's not just about the meat. It's about the flavor of that jerk marinade as well. We're gonna go here because I know there to be, ooh, it's juicy. See that juice running off there? All right, let's see if we can get some off here. Whew, look at that. This does still have bones in it, guys. So if you're gonna try this and you got little ones, be very careful. See that meat on there? A white flaky meat. That color, let's see what we have. It's really good. You would think that this would be too salty, and I was worried about it being under salted. the spices of that jerk marinade, along with that mango that I used, that garlic. It's got a little heat, those scallions. A little heat, but nothing really to write home about, right? It's real good. Really good. It's still juicy. That brine helped do its job. Get this out of here. It's got a bit of sweetness to it. That brown sugar comes through, but I didn't use a lot of brown sugar. Really good. If you haven't done so and you've made it this far in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Be Smokehouse. Till the next video. Out.